Hello everyone, I'm the Shinigami.
And I'm the Quincy, and welcome back to YourOtaku.
Today we are reviewing Blood Lad Episode 1.
This will be the first episode review we have done together, and it's not over an episode of Naruto or One Piece.
No, it is not. We're actually doing
This,
other anime.
yes, Blood Lad is a fairly new anime for the summer list this year,
Mhm.
and you know what? It was really good, so we decided to review it.
So, do you want to give the key points?
I'll let you handle the key points.
Okay. So we start off by seeing this uh, vampire, and the story is being told about what the vampires are and what they do. And then we see this other character who says he's a descendant of vampires. He's a vampire himself. His name is Staz. Instead of drinking humans' blood, he doesn't. He doesn't want to go to the human world. He just likes humans so much. So he's in his room, and we see him playing video games to start off. Um, he's all here. Can't talk. We see that he likes video games, and he likes to play video games. His shelves in his room are full of like manga, so he's obviously a fan of Japan, which he states. He likes a lot of stuff from Japan. He has posters of humans and like bikinis on his wall. Just a lot of stuff that us humans don't think much of. And he's all excited about it. So then he's just in his room, you know, just goofing around, not doing much besides reading and playing video games. And then he gets a call from one of his buddies, I guess you would call him. And he says, there's a human down here. A human girl. So he gets really excited and he tells his buddy to bring the girl up. And it's revealed that he is a district boss, I believe. Which means he controls a district in the demon world, which is where he's at. So his buddy brings the girl up. She comes into his room, and he's just really taken aback by the human girl. And he just doesn't know how to act around her, because it's his first time ever seeing a human girl ever in person. So he's completely enthralled by her, basically. Anyway, his buddy leaves, goes back down, and then there's this pink-haired guy selling these giant flowers outside the building. His buddy confronts the man, saying, "You need permission from the district boss." The guy says, "Well, maybe I should speak to your boss." Says no, he's busy. Then the guy starts to attack. The buddy calls the boss to tell him to come down. He ignores it, and then the human girl says, "Maybe you should go help him." So then he decides to. Jumps out of the window of his building, goes down, fights the guy, beats him by crushing his heart without really ever touching him, which shows that he's pretty overpowered. And he goes back up to his room, finds out the girl's been eaten by the plant. He destroys the plant, finds her skeleton, and then he sees her sitting naked in the room. And he finds out that she's a ghost, and he's no longer really attracted to her, but he promises her that he will find a way to restore her back, or bring her back to life, basically. So some stuff happens. He ignores her for a bit, and he's researching manga to find a way to revive her, basically. Then they go over to this bar/cafe thing. Well, first they discover this black door, which is where she came through. and is used to pass through the demon world to the human world. He decides to go with her back to the human world. But first, they stop at this bar/cafe, talk to this three-eyed person and a ferret, and they find out what she is. And then they find this mimic guy who can change his appearance to look like Staz while he's away. And that's pretty much where it ends. So I'll go first on what I think of this. I like this episode. It had quite a few things I like. It had comedy, ecchi, action, and mystery. So it's got a good combination, and in the first episode, so I'm really excited to see more of it. I liked that from the start he is pretty powerful. Not like he's building up, or he doesn't just pull out a super power up later that we're wondering where it came from. It's like, no, it's established in the beginning that he's pretty powerful. So, glad to see this. And I'm interested to see what else can happen. What did you think, Quincy?
Well, I really did like this episode, and I will tell you guys, the manga is really good at the point I'm at right now. The thing I like about it is because the main character is an otaku. He's just like us, but with powers. At one point, he holds up two different sets of manga. One of them is Dragon Ball Z, but spelled differently, and I think the other one might be Naruto, but spelled differently. I don't really remember that part, but that's huge because that's like the big time manga of our generation, or like what's like what we grew up on, pretty much. And there was a little Super Saiyan Goku keychain on his phone. If you guys see that, it's there. Like, he's an otaku, but a vampire, and that's great. That pretty much got me hooked to this the series. What else is there? Oh, there was also a Bleach reference, a very small one. It's whenever the main female girl, I can't remember her name right now. When she became a ghost, she had a little like triangle on her head, and Staz's I guess second in command guy said, "Oh, look, she's got to be dead because there's a mask on her head." And just to me, that just seemed like a hollow reference. Just it seemed like that. It may not have been that. He may have not have been referencing Bleach, but you know what? I took it as him, the author, giving props to Bleach. But yeah, I really like this. I'm looking forward to episode 2 and the rest of the manga.
Alright. So should we give it a basic fat rating?
I think we should.
Alright, so badassness for this first episode.
I'm gonna have to give it an A just from the very short fight scene we got.
Okay. I'd have to give it about a 6, because it was pretty badass, that scene, but it wasn't, like, for the rest of the episode, there wasn't really much. Attention level. How much attention were you paying?
About a 7. I have heard that this is coming out, so I wanted to pay attention to it. So about a 7.
I'd have to say about a 6 for me, because I got distracted by other things. Satisfactory. How satisfying was the chapter? Or episode?
I'm gonna give it an 8 because it stayed exactly like how the manga is.
Mm-hmm. I'd have to say about a 7 for me. How interesting was it?
About a 7.
Yeah, I'd have to say about a 7 or 7.5. Comedy, how funny was it?
I'm gonna have to give it a 6.5.
Yeah. I'd have to give it about a 6.5 as well. Fan service.
Well, we got a naked girl in the first episode. So, about a 6.5 or 7 on that.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd have to give it a 7 as well. Animation, how well drawn was the episode?
The animation for this episode was amazing. About an 8.5 for me.
Okay. Yeah, I'd have to agree. About an 8 for animation. And we can't really do predictability because it was the first episode, so we won't.
But we gain predictability about the future episodes.
Okay.
If that makes any sense.
Yeah.
So, you want me to go first, or do you want to go first?
You can go first.
Predictability about the rest of this series or season. If it sticks to what the manga has right now, I'm gonna have to give it a 7.5, maybe an 8 on the entire thing.
Okay. I don't really know since I haven't read the manga, but I'm going to agree with your score. 7.5 and 8. And chapter rating out of 5 stars.
Episode rating out of 5 stars.
Episode rating out of 5 stars. Yeah.
I'm gonna give it a 3.
Okay. I'd have to give it about a... Yeah, 3. Anything else to add?
I don't believe so.
Alright. Well, links are in the description. Be sure to check back. We should be doing more of these episode reviews for this and other shows. And I'm the Shinigami.
And I am the Quincy.
And I'm signing off.
Adios, Otakus.
Jana.